昼間は楽しかったですね。
I definitely would not refer to all that as fun. That night, I found myself curled up in bed, exchanging text messages with Miu. Though you and Michiru definitely seemed to be having a lot of fun. I read the message I had just sent her out loud, hardly noticing through the haze of sleepiness. Staring at the screen of my phone, I could almost picture Miu giggling on the other side in response to that. Since I refused to play Mahjong, we decided to go along with the idea of playing house seriously. I agreed to be the mother because it sounded like fun, but Michiru ended up getting too into it, and I'm just gonna stop there. It's best to forget what's too painful to remember. What happened? While I was starting to space out, I received another response from Miu.
今日、石田先輩の前で普通にしていられました。
That was the real issue at hand. It was something we definitely couldn't talk about with Michiru around. It only took 3 or 4 days of practice, right? I knew you could do it.
びっくりです。今までいろいろと試してきて効果がなかったのに、すごいのです。
Even though a text-only medium of communication, I could tell Miu was excited. I couldn't help but smile. I was having a blast, texting with a girl for the first time in my life. That's probably because you never tried talking with a boy before.
男の人というより、レイ先輩と一緒だから頑張れたんだと思います。
Because of you. Talk about the pickup line. You're gonna make me blush. That sentence was too embarrassing to put in a text message. What if I sent her a message that said, I really like you, and I just played it off as a joke? Miu would probably take it seriously. But since I can turn back time anyway, I wondered if it might be worth a shot. Until just a few days ago, I used that trick on girls all the time to see who might like me back. I'd never seriously thought about it like this before. Suddenly, Crow appeared, descending through the ceiling. Welcome home.
何をしておる？
Texting.
電報を個人で出せるようになったものだったな。
Telegraphs. Wow, I know what those are, but I've never actually seen one in person. Then, instead of a text, my phone received an incoming call.
こんばんは。
What's up?
いえ、ちょっと真面目な話なので電話にしようと思って。
Sure.
来週、石田先輩にもう一度告白してみようと思うんですけど、まだ早いと思いますか？
No, I think that'll be fine.
そうですよね。
Miu's voice sounded a bit anxious after I agreed to her plan.
ありがとうございます。電話の用事はそれだけだったんですけど。
But?
もうちょっとお話ししてても大丈夫ですか？
Sorry, I need to take a bath soon.
そうですね。もう遅いですし。
Alright, see you next week.
はい。先輩、おやすみなさい。
Good night, Miu. The call ended, and I tossed my phone on the bed.
風呂に入るのか？
No, I already did that earlier.
なぜ嘘をつく？
I really shouldn't be talking to Miu anymore. Miu probably realized it today. The scales in her heart were beginning to tip. Whether that was a good thing or a bad thing for Miu, I hadn't the foggiest idea. In any case, Crow, you really do show up at the most convenient of times.
お主が必要な時には必然その場にいるようになっているのかもな。
Crow spoke without a care in the world as she continued to float in the air.
つまりまた我が輩相手に独り言か？
I don't care how much of a stupid candy ass you think I am. I know what I have to do.
うつけ者という評価が足りんな。
Well, thanks.
どういたしまして。で、どうするのだ？
I have to finish what I've started here.
ミウという女子に告白をさせるのか？
That's the whole reason for all this.
必ず失敗すると分かっている告白をさせるというのも残酷だと思うがの。
I can still strike while the iron is hot.
ほう。
It had been a long time since I last saw Crow this surprised, but then the neat goddess scowled at me again.
しかし我が輩は時計の主であるお主がどうするのかと尋ねたのだがな。
Well, que sera, sera.
おい、大うつけ。
Good night, Crow. I pulled the covers up and over my head. I was glad to know that it would be Sunday tomorrow. After all, I knew I wasn't going to be sleeping well tonight. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Thus time advances. Now then. Our first act is approaching its climax, so there's not very much left to explain. There are just 3 crucial scenes that remain for you to see. With that said, let me briefly recap things. The problem which you have seen unfold thus far cannot possibly be resolved in a way that would work in everyone's favor. And when it comes to the final decision, I do not have the authority to make it myself. I'm not fond of thinking in hypotheticals. Sometimes, though, I have to wonder. If Chrono's clock had no 5-minute time limit and allowed me to rewind time as far back as I wished, would I want to do my meeting with Mew all over again? Thinking about it honestly, I... The twilight of summer and the beach. Romantic, eh?
男二人でロマンチックもクソもあるか。
Shuji seemed exceptionally pissy when I met him here.
昨日の今日で一体何の用だよ。
There's just one thing I forgot to ask.
メールですればいいだろ。
I need to talk with you face to face about something like this. It's humiliating, and I need there to be no one else around.
おい、逆だろ。
Ignoring his stubbornness, I came right out and asked him. If you had just one chance to turn back time and relive your life from any point in the past, how far back would you turn the hands of time?
それは真面目な質問か。
Yes.
やり直す。ね。
He probably thought it was a stupid question, but Shuji still pondered over it seriously. After a little while, Shuji stared out at the glimmer of sunlight reflecting on the ocean as his expression clouded over.
お前の妹さんの目を見えるようにしてやりたいかな。この景色を見せてやりたいよ。
I see. I quietly nodded. Deep within my heart, I felt an incredible chill. I stood up straight and mentally braced myself for what I was about to do. So that's how it is. Shuji, you are saying you want to relive your life for another person's sake, with nary a moment's thought of doing it for yourself? I guess that means we are in the same boat. So we may as well go down with the ship together. Shuji, just confess to Michiru already.
は？おい！
Just as I had expected, Shuji was shocked to hear that.
何したって無理だって言ったのはお前だぞ。
I did.
俺に振られろってのか？
Exactly. That's what I wanted to tell you, so of course I couldn't just text you about it.
クソ野郎。
That was definitely Shuji's 100% honest, unfiltered opinion of me in that very instant. For the first time in my life, I knew what it was like to be hated by someone. And by my own best friend, no less. Honestly, I was terrified. And yet, I'm begging you.
ふざけるな。
I thought he was about to punch me, but instead he just sighed, trying to calm down. What he wanted to do was change the subject and put this conversation on hold. I could tell. Put it off, wait and see. Like that way of thinking ever did me any good. Shuji.
おい。こんないきなりで分かりましたなんて言える話だと思うかこれが。
I'm not letting you off the hook until you do.
さんずい。
Shuji spat out my name with extreme loathsomeness.
ミユってこのためかよ。
Yeah, I am. My voice was shaking. It was embarrassing and nerve-wracking to admit that out loud. What the hell's wrong with me? I shook off the embarrassment and tried to get it together. I don't want you to be wishy-washy about Michiru when Miu confesses to you again.
お前があの子のためにそこまでする義理はねえだろうが。
You loaned her your umbrella, didn't you?
あ?
When you loaned her your umbrella, you thought it might be a good chance to meet a cute girl, right?
ここでその話を持ち出すのかよ。
I'm the same as you. I've been helping her because I thought she was cute. That means we're both idiots here, so we ought to just call honor among thieves and stick together until it's over.
俺にどうしろってんだよ。
Shuji groaned. My frustration was at the point of a needle. I felt like I was talking to a brick wall. Just listen to me, damn it! Shuji was taken aback by me suddenly starting to yell at him. That girl was the first to work up the courage to confess, while you and I were just sitting on our asses. She's had her nose to the grindstone all this time, all for your sake. I'm not demanding that you accept her or anything like that. But for Christ's sake, man, can't you at least give her a chance? If anything, you should know more than anyone how much it hurts to know that your crush will always be unrequited, don't you? I was in a desperate frenzy, trying to convince him. And I knew all too well I was the last person on earth who should have been saying that to his face. But...
でも
Shut the fuck up! I grabbed Shuji by the collar as my blood boiled viciously. I hate people who yell at others to prove a point, so I'd never normally do this kind of thing. I'm hopeless, aren't I? I'd never felt my head spin this much before. But I don't care how hopeless I may be right now. This can't be left unsaid. You're the one she likes, not me! Shuji's eyes were bewildered as we continued to stare each other down.
さんずい。めちゃくちゃなことを言ってるのが分かってるのか？
Like hell I tell you shit I don't know!
お前がミウを好きなら、あの子が俺に振られた方が都合がいいんだぞ。
You say that like I hadn't thought about that possibility a long time ago.
お前。
Shuji's eyes wandered as if he was looking for something to say.
って話せ。
I refused to let go, not until I had a real answer from him. Shuji scowled at me.
しつこいと本気で殴るぞ。
I'm fully prepared to come to blows over this.
マゾかよ。話せ。
Is that far enough? I saw the viciousness fade from Shuji's eyes, so I released my grip on him. Pushing my hands away, Shuji fixed his ruffled clothing.
要はそれだけだな。
Weren't you going to punch me?
バカらしい。お前と青春なんてするか。
Shuji spat out those words, then turned and walked away. I glared daggers into his back as he gradually left my field of vision. But he never looked back. Once he was gone, all that remained was the sound of the waves. The fading twilight. And me, alone. Ark! I fell on my knees and buried my head in my hands. I'm such a fucking idiot! Since I knew no one else was around, I just howled all my frustrations into the night. The sheer stress alone was making me want to throw up. Should I rewind time? No, I won't be able to go back far enough. Man, why didn't I just keep my stupid mouth shut? Shuji, you were right. And now I have to face him at school again tomorrow? This blows. Wait, blows doesn't even cut it. Did I just lose my best friend? Will he ever speak to me again? Who am I supposed to force to do all my group assignments now? I'll die! I swear to Christ, if anyone finds out about this, I will fucking die!
じゃじゃーん。
And here I was happy for a moment that you don't give a shit about humans' personal affairs. Of course, she was only a figment of my imagination anyway. At this point, it didn't matter if she knew.
せっかくの見せ場だったのに、最後が閉まらぬ男よの。
So how much of that did you see?
最初から。
Now she tells me.
いやいやご主人、最後以外はなかなか気合の入ったやりとりだったな。
Crow smiled warmly in contrast to her usual cynical attitude. I'm not going to rewind and start over, so don't ask.
脅されてもやれそうにないな。
Shut up!
まあ、素晴らしくかっこ悪かったな。
Ugh. Out of all the words I said that she decided to throw back in my face, it had to be that.
だが、
Hmm?
今までご主人を見てきた時間の中で一番男前でもあった。胸を張るがよい。それを言いに来ただけだ。
Crow floated off as if that really had been the only reason she came here. That was weird. Crow actually complimented me for once. Huh. I took a seat on the sandy shore. I didn't care if my uniform got dirty. I needed to lie down. The sky was bathed in glowing red. It was a wonderful sight. I felt so much regret. Wait a minute, I'd actually done something worth regretting. That wasn't so bad. Besides, it was the neat thing to do. And for now, it was the only thing I could have done. Morning, Makoto. I was feeling depressed on Monday morning, but Makoto's greeting made me feel a little better. Then, looking around the classroom, I saw Shuji slouching in his chair. He noticed and looked back, but I immediately averted my gaze.
どうしたの？なんか顔色が悪いけど。
Oh, well, let's just say it's stress.
レイ君でもストレスって感じるんだ。
Hey,
冗談じゃないよ。
you weren't?
だってレイ君、明日世界が滅ぶって言っても別に何も変わらなそうな人だし。
Yeesh, as if my stomach didn't hurt enough. Now my head hurts too. Honestly, I should have just skipped school today. Despite my worries, Monday's classes went by for me without incident. Shuji ignored me all day, and I didn't see Mio at all either. She had told me before that she wanted to do some practice before she tried confessing again, but I ended up getting out of that by telling her to practice on her own. It's been too long since I had this much free time. Maybe I'll go home and sleep. I suppose I could have joked around with Misaki a bit, but I decided to just go home quietly instead. I didn't have the energy to deal with a girl like that. I took a nap until dinner time. Later that night, as I lay in bed playing a game, I heard a voice from the hall.
兄様、みちるです。少しよろしいでしょうか。
The door's not locked.
障子と襖ですからね。
Oh, hold on. I'll come out and see you. It would be a very bad idea to let Michiru into my room this late at night. Huh? Why is that? What is it?
呼ばいされに参りました。
The pleasant fragrance of Michiru's shampoo was almost overwhelming. Maybe next time then.
あら、新しい返し技ですね。
I guess it fell flat, huh?
いえ、ドキリといたしました。
Well, anyway, what's up?
夕涼みにその辺りを散歩しようと思ったので、少しお付き合いいただければとお願いに参りました。
Evidently, she wanted to talk in the garden. Of course, she knows her way around our home, but since there's the possibility of her tripping on one of the decorative stones or shrubs, it would be dangerous for her to go alone. Sure thing. I took Michiru's hand, whereupon we walked through the porch and out into the garden.
兄様、月は出ていますか？
Yeah. Looking up, I could see the moon almost fully waxen, shining down from the night sky.
そうですか。申し訳ありませんが、私の代わりに見てもらえますか？
Yeah. While I answered her, I glanced at the profile of her face. Is something on your mind?
はい。ありました。
What happened?
石田先輩に告白されました。
Oh, really? Michiru remained as stoic as ever. I recoiled in shock, but I made sure to control my breathing so she wouldn't notice. What did you say?
もちろん、丁寧にお断りさせていただきました。
Are you sure about that? He is not a bad guy, you know.
ええ。でも、10段階評価で7や8の素晴らしい方がいたとしても、1000に万を重ねた兄様の前では意味をなし得ません。
What happened to the scale of 10?
恋は盲目です。
I must admit, that's a brilliant response.
ずっと温めてきたネタですから。
I wonder which came first, the chicken or the egg.
お話はそれだけです。
Thanks for telling me.
いえ、石田先輩にそのことを兄様に伝えてくれと言われたので。
I see. I see. He really is a good chap.
え、
I looked up at the moon. I understood that it would be a hot, sunny day tomorrow. It would come to be my date with destiny.